Hi, we're going to look at my arrangement of Tico Tico, the famous Brazilian choro. Now I've done a solo guitar arrangement, so this is for intermediate players. It's quite a fun arrangement, and it's in the key of A minor, then it goes to A major. So let's get stuck in. Okay, so we're going to start with the first phrase. I'll just play a little bit of the start. Okay, so we have this melody. So we're going to play the bass note on the first beat, like that, and then we add a C here. So we're going to play 3 and 4, and then we do it again with the 4th finger, then F E with the E bass, and then so we're basically going an A minor to an E7. All right. Okay, now this time we're going to go and then E7 arpeggio, followed by an A minor arpeggio. So we've got E7 and then open E like that. So you can do a pull off here if you want. Okay, so that's the first section. I should add, if you want to hear the full version of this, there's a performance of this on my channel, which you can go to the link above or in the comment section below. Next section, we're going to go a little chromatic bit from A down to G, and then we're going to play F here on the 2nd string, and then play A and D together. So we're going to go, so it's like sixths, so we're going to go D, 6, and then slide up, and then back. This is our D minor. Then we go A minor, so it's a half bar on 5. Like that, okay? So it's, now it might seem a bit fiddly, but it actually sits under the fingers quite well. And I'd practice that over and over on its own. It's just the right hand fingering you have to get used to. All right, now we stay in 7th position. Like that, melody coming down, and then a B7 chord. And then, all right, so we stay in 7th position for that section. Again, add slurs as you need. You can also do it like that for a little bit more fluency. And then we kind of repeat the opening. E7, back to our D minor, A minor. Now instead of going to B here, we're going to go to E, and then the melody coming. So it's a descending scale from the high E, and then slide the 3. Okay, so that concludes the first section. The B section, we're going to the relative major, so we're going to C major. A minor, we go to relative major. So we're going to go, all right, little chromatic passage, and then, which is essentially our C chord. Our C chord with a G bass. Chromatic up to D minor. We do our chromatic passage again. This time we go to G. Like that. Again, moving up to the D minor, which in this case we're moving up to the C. Now I've chosen not to play a bar chord here, so don't bar it. Keep it open so you've got the E open, and then we've got the G open. This is our little C chord, which I strum like that. So we're staying in 5th position. Now we go D minor. And then 7 little thirds like that, and then back to C like that, just down, up, down, up. We're going to repeat that section, our C chord to D minor, G, back to C. All right, now we've had this little scale passage, which is that's the scale passage, and we're going to have some bass notes. So F bass, F sharp, like that. We try and keep those bass notes ringing. More of an arpeggio here, which is a C arpeggio, G bass. Chromatic down from G, which is kind of an A7 type chord, and then D, G, C. So that's our 2-5-1. And if we play all the chords, it'd be so F, F sharp diminished, C, A7, D minor, G7, C. So it's a little nice little sort of jazz progression there. That's our middle section, our B section, and then we finish with the C section. So once you go to C, you can go back to A. We're just going to go through C now, which is the relative major. So we go from A minor, not relative major, it's the tonic major. So we're going to go, so our barring of the second fret, because we're going to have an A chord here, A arpeggio. And you'll notice that the melody is anticipated, so it's on the last semiquaver. And what happens is the bass is just 1-5. Now I'm going to move to 1 and 2 here, so I can go, and then we go to our A sharp diminished, and then F sharp. So we're going to go like that with that fingering. Okay, this moves to our E7 chord, and then we move back to second position. And I have to pivot a little bit here to make these notes work. Pivot, back down, and then we're going to go back to our A chord. Like that. Start again. Now we move towards the final run, which is an A arpeggio, F sharp 7, B, holding that B note. Now we're moving to 7th position, D, and then 6th position, 7th position for our E chord, then chromatic up from C sharp, then we're going to go, which is our F and F, a bit of a stretch here, and it'd be nice to put the full chord in, but at speed I find that difficult, so I just played the note. And then bar on 7, which is our B minor, and then back to E7, A and A arpeggio. So I really love that final run. That's a bit of a stretch. And that's the full arrangement. If you'd like to be able to print out scores or download the sheet music, you can do that by joining LGM Members on my Latin Guitar Mastery blog. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have any questions or comments, and I'll see you next video. Thanks, guys.